Hi, I'm Nick Ryan, Acting Principal at Mervyn Secondary. We're most of the way through term three, so I thought now's a good time to put out another update on how we're going and what things are looking like in the future. So, as you heard at the start, I'm the Acting Principal, which means we haven't yet got a substantive principal. What that means is that the Education Department is working through their steps that they need to do to appoint a new principal. And we're really hopeful that we'll have a new principal appointed either at the start of next term or part of the way through next term. In the meantime, I'll continue on with my work as acting principal, and Rebecca Woodall is continuing on with her position as acting assistant principal. So a few bits of information that I wanted to share with everybody. One's a reminder about our upcoming student free days. So this Wednesday, the 7th of September, is what we call a professional practice day for teachers. It's a day where they work on their own development, marking, correcting, things related to teaching and learning in the classroom. It's a day where normally we would spread these days out through the year, but at the moment with COVID and lots of illness, it's been really hard to get replacement teachers to allow that. So what we've done is we've agreed that everyone will do it all on the one day, and that way there's a lot less interruption to our classes, but it does mean that there's no classes at all for students on Wednesday the 7th. There will, however, be the GAT for our students who are doing a Unit 3 and 4 sequence this year, and that will continue as is normally done in the auditorium on Wednesday. The other student free day is the last day of term. We've always historically done our parent-teacher student conferences, or some people call them parent and student interviews with teachers, and that's the last day of term, Friday the 16th, so there'll be no classes on that day. Something else that I want to just share with everybody and talk to people about is our focus on learning here at Mervyn North. So we are a school. Our main focus is on teaching and learning. And we know it's been a long winter, where term three can be a really tough term for everybody. And we're coming out of, COVID cases, there's been gastro, there's been flu, there's been lots of illnesses and lots of disruptions. We've had students unwell, teachers unwell, parents unwell, and our ES staff. And so it's been a really difficult time. And we really want to re-establish our focus on learning. So that is that teachers are employed to teach, and they've got a responsibility to teach all of our students to the best of their ability, and students have got a responsibility to learn. And we know that some people have been unsettled coming back, a couple of years with remote learning and lots of interruptions, and some of our students have struggled with that a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is just walk you through the steps that we're doing to support all of our students so that they're in the best situation so that they can take advantage of the great teaching that we do here at Mervyn North, so that they're best set up for when they leave school in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, whenever that might be. They're in the best position to go on to do some other amazing things, benefiting from the learning that they've been able to do here with us at Mervyn North. So what we'll do is, if a student forgets, they're not having a great day and they're not really their best selves, our teachers will remind them. They'll explain to the student, what our expectation is around their behaviour, around their focus on learning, so that the kid's got that opportunity to go, didn't go well for me now, I can do that. Sometimes kids forget, kids are still struggling. Then they've had that first warning, so there's their second chance. We'll go, okay, it's not working for you now. We're going to move you somewhere else in the classroom, away from the people you're distracting or being distracted by. Just another little breaker for you so that you can go, all right, you're going to be moved to somewhere else. It's another little reminder. We call that redirecting. So we're redirecting them somewhere in the classroom so that they can get back to the work that they're supposed to be doing and not interrupt the learning of anybody else. Now, sometimes, even with those two first up warnings, where we reminded them of what we expect and what we know they're capable of, and then redirecting them to give them that little break, it's still not working for them. Now, at that point, they don't have the right to disrupt other people's learning. So what we'll do is we'll remove them from class. Now, that might be a couple of minutes outside while they reflect on what they're doing and refocus, or it might be that we go, you need to go and sit in the back of a senior class. And the reason we do that is because when they're in senior classes, they're seeing really good role modelling from students that know how to learn, know how important it is to concentrate, to do their best in classes. So our students, if you're struggling with that in your own class, we'll send you off there. It means that the rest of your class can continue with their focus on learning, and it gives you an opportunity to see how it should be done. And then after that, there'll be the opportunity for the student to reflect and to talk with the teacher or the coordinator on how they could have handled that situation better. So this is going to be a really strong focus for the rest of this term and then going into term 4. It's really important that everybody understands that we're here at school to learn, and that is our expectation. And if students are struggling with that and they don't believe that they need to be doing that, or they're just not travelling really well on that particular day, we've got those 4 steps where we'll remind them, redirect them somewhere else in the classroom, remove them, and then reflect on what they've been doing so that we can get them back to their better selves where they are focusing on their learning. And probably the last thing I need to talk about, unfortunately, is some sad news. Many in our community will know Bernice Snell. Bernice has been a stalwart supporter of our school and the broader Murba North community. And we wish all the best to Bernice's family. A number of her grandchildren are students at our school, and we send our commiserations and support to all of her family and friends. Bernice's funeral will be on this Friday, and we may have some more information about the impact of that on our school. We'll know a number of our students and our teachers will want to be attending that funeral. So we'll be sending out some more information as to whether or not that's going to impact on our capacity to run classes. So that's the end of this update. If you've got any questions, please feel free to contact us here at the school. I'm Nick Ryan, Acting Principal, and you can also reach out to Rebecca Woodall, the Acting Assistant Principal, and we'll get back to you with any information that you need. Take care.